Yeah, it's a good, nice little trail to walk down to come to Fort Caroline. And there it is. Now remember, this is a small scale of 1/3 of the size of original Caroline. The original Fort Caroline was huge. It was 1,000 feet long on one end and on the other, and 300 feet on the other. It was triangular shape. This is just 1/3 of the size. Okay, this is the oven that's outside the camp, where they outside the fort. So this was held outside the fort. So where they did their cooking. There was also houses out here and everything. Build a fire in there.
There's walks in there.
That's where they cooked all their food for the fort. You gotta remember, there's like 300 people living here. This is obviously a replica. This whole place is a replica. But it was weird how it was outside the fort, because the fort was just for defense, and the fort they used the fort to protect their interests here. Okay, this is the outside of Fort Caroline. You can see the moat they had around it, around the whole thing. You see how it's built up. There's the entrance, and this is the walls right here. We're about to go in the entrance there. There's another part down there. Okay, here's the other side. Here's the entrance of Fort Caroline, and here's the other side of the moat. This one's a little bit bigger. You can see how steep it was. They had to get through the moat. Probably palisades in there, maybe not. Had to get up this hill and over the barrier into Fort Caroline. And walking about probably where the drawbridge would have been. Into Fort Caroline, look at this, the earthworks on each side. The moat on this side. You see a cannon peeking out there. And the doors. You see a cannon there. And there's the moat there. Okay, I'm about to enter Fort Caroline. There's a symbol out there, and here's the big doors on each side. Look at these doors. Huge. See how thick they were? We got an area you go. This is a view of Fort Caroline, like 1/3 of the size of it, all the way around. See the fence, the way they had the fence with the stockade type fence. It was a lot bigger than this. It was 1,000 feet on each end, and this is looking out. We got these steps you can go up on to see the cannons, which I'm about to go up on. Kind of steep. Look at this wall. Look at that. Wall was probably used for defense to shoot from. Here's a replica of their cannon, the French cannon they use. I'm not sure what the name of it is. See, it could shoot for anybody trying to come in through this way. The wall's got an opening point here and around this way, all the way down that way. And it turns into a stockade fence facing the river all the way around. It's all the way around this way. This is one of their cannons. Very simple fire, just loaded through the front. See the designs on there? Now the ridges are on it. Okay, and the wall goes all the way around this way. Of course, it's a replica. They didn't have this kind of material back in the 1560s, or this kind of wood either. They used trees and planks and stuff like that. That's what it looks like over the wall. Here's St. John's River. Look at those, how huge those are. Look at that view they had to defend. See down there, or stop erosion. Go look at the rest of the fence. Another view of St. John's River from over here. Look how massive those poles are right there. And this is inside the fort. Like I said, it would have been a lot bigger, a lot more in here. It would have been buildings in the middle, like block buildings in the middle. Right here in this area would have been block buildings and all kinds of stuff. But look at that wall. That is awesome. This wall is long. The original wall was 1,000 feet. This is like 1/3 of the size of the fort. So the fort was a lot bigger than this. And look, the flag Fleur-de-lis, the king symbol, France. But look at this stockade fence all the way down. Imagine this fence being 1,000 feet long. Another view to St. Johns River. All the way around. We had to defend that. At the corner, you gotta remember, Fort Caroline was shaped like a triangle. And we're at the back of the triangle here. And this is the marsh view here. And the view of the moat from this side. Just the view of their mock wall they had. This is obviously modern material. Look at that. Got a platform here for the fleur-de-lis, the French flag representing the king. And I'm sure there was a cannon sitting here at one time. It looks like the same platform the cannons were on. In his firing range, his firing window. Just shooting at people coming up to Spanish, which the Spanish did attack this fort. See this all the way around. Fort Caroline in Jacksonville, Florida. You can walk, build up earthworks on this side, because you see it's in different layers. It was lower here where the buildings were, and the next layer here for the run back and forth, and then the defense wall here. But this is the view of it right here, Fort Caroline, Jacksonville, Florida, and St. John's Bluff. Walking along this wall, see the wall goes all around the whole fort. Stone on one side and wood on the other. And they got another cannon over here. See that one? That's an awesome one too. Firing range this way. View of this cannon and this firing window. Walking down this other area to another cannon over here. Another Boy Scout project from 2018, another replica cannon from the other side of the entrance. Awesome. These are the French cannons they used for that time of replicas. Look at that. This is back to the wall, to the main gate here with the archway and the doors. This is one of the bastions of Fort Caroline there. There's another one there and one on that side. Awesome. This oven was outside of a lot. They had houses and buildings and communities outside the fort too. They lived outside of it, but they went in the fort when they were attacked or there was danger.